Hey guys, in this video, I'll show you how to use OneDrive on your Mac. In the previous video, I went over the installation process. Once you've got it installed and running, you'll see a OneDrive icon up here in the menu bar. Click on that. If you haven't granted permissions to OneDrive yet, you'll see a red Enable button right here to give OneDrive the necessary access to sync your files. After granting access, your OneDrive status will say, "Your files are synced," meaning everything is up to date. Down below, we have a few features. For example, clicking Open Folder will launch a Finder window showing your OneDrive folder on your Mac. By default, the OneDrive folder is also added to the Locations section in your sidebar. You can just click it to quickly access your OneDrive folder. Here, you'll see a Documents folder and a Pictures folder. These are two default folders automatically created by OneDrive. Keep in mind, this Documents folder is not the native Documents folder on your Mac. To start syncing your important files, you can simply create new folders here, or copy and paste the files you want to sync directly into this OneDrive folder. Let's head back to the OneDrive app menu. Now that you've added some data, you can click on View Online. Your browser will pop up and take you to onedrive.live.com. If you switch over to My Files, you'll see that the files, like my logo file right here, have successfully synced to the cloud. For any file or folder inside your OneDrive folder, you can right-click and select Always Keep on this device. Doing this downloads the file directly to your Mac so you can use it offline, which means it will take up local storage space. On the flip side, if you select Free Up Space, it removes the offline file to free up your hard drive space, but the file remains safely stored on OneDrive. Next up, there are a few other right-click options. You have Share to share files with others, Copy Link to grab a direct link to send out, Manage Access to control who can view or edit, Version History to see past edits, and View Online to open the file in your web browser. One pretty big limitation of OneDrive compared to Google Drive is that for folders outside the main OneDrive folder on your Mac, you won't get a right-click option to sync them directly. You are forced to manually copy the data you want to sync into the OneDrive folder. When you delete a file or folder from OneDrive on your Mac, it'll also be deleted on the web interface. But don't worry, you can easily get it back by going to the recycle bin on the web, right-clicking the file, and choosing Restore. If you're using a personal Microsoft account, files in the recycle bin are automatically deleted for good after 30 days. For work or school accounts, you have a bit more time, 93 days, before they're permanently gone. Now, let's go back to the OneDrive settings. Click the gear icon and select Preferences. Under the Account tab, you can add other Microsoft accounts. Also, keep in mind that you can only add one personal OneDrive account to your Mac, but you're free to add multiple work or school accounts if you need to. Below that is the Choose Folders button, but like I mentioned, it doesn't support syncing folders outside of OneDrive. If you check Make All Files Available, all files inside the Documents and Pictures folders will be downloaded to your Mac. At the bottom, you'll see the actual path to your OneDrive folder under Location on your Mac. By default, it's stored in the Cloud Storage folder within your user's library. Let's switch over to the Backup tab. Click the Manage Backup button. If the system asks for permission, click System Preferences, enable Full Disk Access for OneDrive, and enter your Mac's password. Then hit quit and reopen to restart the app. Open the Manage Folder Backup window again. Now you'll see that OneDrive allows you to back up your Mac's desktop and Documents folders. Note that this one is your Mac's actual native Documents folder. Select the folders you want to back up and hit Save. If your Mac prompts you, just hit Allow. The backup process for all data in these native folders will now begin. Overall, the OneDrive app for Mac doesn't have quite as many diverse options as Google Drive. But once you grasp the steps I just showed you, you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.